Chapter 1, An Introduction to the 7-Day Anti-Aging Diet by Dr. TWL. Congratulations on your purchase. This book is designed as an intuitive guide to educate, inspire, and motivate you to get gut healthy, not just for the sake of your skin, but also for total mind-body wellness. Taught by a medical expert, the exercises are presented in advancing levels of complexity, allowing the reader to build on existing knowledge without feeling overwhelmed. The unique instructional method enhances attention, compliance, and most importantly, habit forming. It is organized as a 7-day course. Sample recipes with ideas for substitutions and modifications are available for each day of the week. Notes on using color in food psychology. A skin nutrition guide jam-packed with bite-sized information, complete with a to-do checklist of actionables to supercharge your dopamine levels. Welcome to The Beauty Lover's Fast Food, the art of learning simple, efficient, and delicious cooking and meal prep with Dr. TWL's Lazy Girl Hacks. First up, I want to introduce you to what I call the essential skill. Cooking and meal preparation does not have to be an arduous, painstaking process. All the lunchbox meals shown here in these sample recipes require less than 15 minutes of active prep time. Before we begin, here are some items you may wish to have on hand to enjoy the full benefits of this course. Firstly, a pressure cooker for batch cooking and advanced meal prep. I use an Instant Pot. Second on my list is a portable electric one-pot cooker for quick reheating, boiling noodles or pasta, and also for the ultimate lazy girl's stir-fry under 5 minutes, which is suitable for a 1 to 2 person type of meal prep. And finally, a lunchbox with dividers. For portioning, I am using the Edible Beauty Bento Lunchbox by Dr. TWL Pharmacy, which is made of food-grade stainless steel and adjustable dividers, as well as a sustainable bamboo lid. The following is a description of what I usually prepare, but it is by no means the only types of food you can include in a plant-based diet. Broad principles to follow, however, are the following. Consume beans and legumes as your primary protein source. Carbohydrates should be whole grain-based, depending on what your preferences are. Buckwheat, oatgroats, and sorghum, for instance, can be incorporated as a grain-like seed. Mushrooms and vegetables of all colors, seasoning with iodized natural sea salt, and fresh herbs. I'll get pots to grow on my windowsill for year-round access. No processed sauces are allowed, and by that I am referring to soy sauce or barbecue sauce, etc. Extra virgin olive oil for drizzling. I use a pressure cooker to batch and to meal prep without any seasoning or oil. I season only and add herbs for a light stir fry when I am preparing the lunchbox for the day, and finally drizzle with olive oil. Most of my meals include plant-based protein, although readers can include their lean meat or fatty fish of choice. Now, going in depth into each of these principles leads us to the following. With regards to the protein source from beans and legumes that make up your meal, well, I want to share the reason why I prefer chickpeas. First of all, I buy dried chickpeas in bulk, which can be pressure cooked at 55 minutes at high pressure and 4 to 5 hours of natural release time on my Instant Pot without pre-soaking required. And that, in my experience, gives the perfect al dente and melt-in-your-mouth texture that I find the best. Having an Instant Pot also means that it's hands-off and I am free to get on with my day while the pot does the cooking. I keep the cooked chickpeas separately from the broth, known also as aquafaba, in an airtight 1-liter glass storage container, which I can then keep in the freezer for up to a month or in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. The broth is delicious and can be used as a vegan soup base or an egg substitute for a comforting noodle dish. I eat mushrooms almost every meal. I rarely eat meat, and instead I incorporate plenty of mushrooms, which are a powerhouse of micronutrients such as anti-inflammatory ergothioneine, which helps fight oxidative stress. I use shiitake and black fungus, also known as wood ear fungus, which are also used as medicinal mushrooms in traditional Eastern medicine. I also purchase them dried and batch pressure cook them for about 20 minutes, no soaking required. Moving on to fresh greens and incorporating colorful fruits and vegetables in your diet. Well, for those of you into small-scale homesteading, I grow my own sweet potato leaves, which is fairly easy to do even in a large container, say on a sunny balcony if you have limited space. They are fairly disease-resistant, and you'll also get to harvest the tubers. They may not be as well known as spinach or kale as a delicious leafy green, but sweet potato leaves have been incorporated in Asian cooking for generations. The tender shoots and leafy greens require little care compared to other supermarket greens. You could, of course, substitute these with your favorite salads, although I would always choose organically grown produce. And as you will read about later in this book, the benefits of a plant-based diet principally depends on how it affects the gut microbiome. So in that respect, I think it is convincing even for naysayers that it is starting to make more sense to choose organic produce. You can purchase organic sweet potatoes from your local farmer's market. Wait for a while until they begin to sprout, and you can plant the sprouts directly. It is important to note here that only sweet potato leaves are edible and not your regular potato, which when sprouted is poisonous because of higher levels of the toxin solanine. Sweet potato leaves are a rich powerhouse of macronutrients such as carbohydrates, protein, and fiber. They are low in saturated fat and cholesterol, and they are also a source of omega-3 fatty acids, which contribute to healthy organ functioning. The micronutrients are particularly impressive, containing vitamins such as A, C, K, B1, B2, B3, and B9, minerals such as calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium. And most of all, sweet potato leaves are high in antioxidants, which help to retard inflammation, the key process responsible for whole body aging and cancer formation. The choice of what colored vegetables and fruits you want to incorporate is yours. I have attached in the ebook the nutraceutical color code from my book Edible Beauty, which is an easy reference for the nutritional benefits associated with different colors of plants, which we find in our diet. For eggplant, okra, capsicum, onions, I usually do a light stir fry with just water or a little bit of oil before seasoning it with salt and pepper. I enjoy pasta and breads and try to go whole grain where possible. I do like a particular type of noodle made with a type of spinach known as morahea, which you will recognize in some of the later pictures in the book as green ramen. I also batch cook sweet potatoes or whole pumpkin in the Instant Pot. 10 minutes with a 1 to 2 hour natural release time, and I store them in the fridge for 3 to 5 days. I highly encourage you, when it comes to a carbohydrate source, to try different types of grains or even grain-like seeds. I am not a fan of rice. I prefer buckwheat, oat groats, or sorghum, which can be pressure cooked to a porridge-like texture. When it comes to seasoning, I don't use soy sauce or other types of sauces for my food. I include at least 2 cloves of raw garlic in my daily meals. My favorite herbs are tarragon, rosemary, basil, and thyme. I also grow Asian herbs like laksa and sawtooth coriander. You can use whatever grows well in your climate. And I also love the zest of an organic lemon or lime, which packs some acidity and also adds a zing to your lunchbox. Finally, these lunchbox recipes are created to be enjoyed cold right out of the refrigerator on a busy day. And also because studies show that cooked pasta, once cooled, transforms into a resistant starch, which is healthier for the body when digested, as it is associated with a more gradual rise in blood sugar as opposed to a spike. So if you enjoy your pasta warm, that's no problem either, because reheating cooked pasta reduces the glycemic spike effect even more dramatically.